There's been a lot of talk about the need for unity in our country, especially after such a divisive 4 years during the previous administration and contentious election to a new administration. Unity is a foundational value for our nation. E pluribus unum, or out of many one, is an unofficial motto found on our Great Seal and currency. However, it is important to clarify what is meant by unity. What are we actually trying to unify around? Some would say what binds us together are the principles of our Constitution and Bill of Rights, that all people are created equal and have been endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There are others who believe the founding documents are outdated and should give way to a more progressive vision of equality and justice that will lead us closer to utopia. Regardless of what our nation decides to rally around, I want to propose any effort to come together over an earthly agenda can only be achieved by force. Put another way, unity done in the flesh is actually just conformity. Whoever holds the levers of power can control what others can think, say, and do until people fall in line with their dictates. For those who may resist, they can be silenced, censored, re-educated, or even punished for their disagreement. This type of unity comes at the expense of freedom. True unity can only be achieved by the Spirit when we are one with Christ. The Bible gives a glimpse of this reality in Acts 4 when it says, all the believers were one in heart and mind. This came right after the disciples were praying together, and the place where they were meeting was literally shaken, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit. Christianity is not a faith of compulsion. It is a personal choice that no one can impose upon another because it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. When people willingly choose Jesus and are filled with the Holy Spirit, it opens the door for real unity to take place. Unfortunately, there is still much disagreement and division within the church. But as we create a culture of allowing the Holy Spirit to become our primary teacher, thinking from God rather than thinking for Him, we will begin to live with the mind of Christ. Our conversations with others will be less about asking, what do you think, to what does the Lord think, and how can we align our thinking to His? God gives us grace through His powerful word to stop imitating the ideals and opinions of the culture around us and be inwardly transformed by the Holy Spirit through a total reformation of how we think. This will empower us to discern God's will as we live a beautiful life, satisfying and perfect in His eyes. Bless you to no longer conform to the patterns and agendas of this world, but instead be completely unified to the Lord and one another through the power of the Holy Spirit.